Hey guys, so what is relationship therapy? Well, it isn't just for people that are in an intimate relationship, it can also be for single people. And a lot of relationship therapy actually starts with being very self-centered, because the way that we perceive ourselves and the way that we relate to ourselves has a direct impact on the way that we relate to others and the world around us. We start to explore so that we can gain self-awareness, so that we can see our patterns of thought, feeling and behaviour from the past that have kind of led us to where we are today. And we start to figure out where do those patterns stem from? Why do I find it hard to trust people? Why do I always seem to attract a partner that can't commit? And we start to gently unravel that and find new ways of seeing things and new ways of behaving around love and intimate relationships, so that you can start to have healthier relationships and feel safer within relationships and on your own if you want to be on your own for a while. Relationship therapy really helps us to become more conscious about the way that we enter relationships. What is it that we actually want? So gaining clarity about the type of person that we would like to be in a relationship. What kind of values would that person hold? What kind of behaviors would they display? How are we going to feel when we're in the relationship with the person that we would like to kind of have a future with? We look at healthy and more empowering ways of communicating so that we can share our wants and needs and feel more deserving of getting those wants and needs met. We also explore boundaries, which is such an important part. So many people feel like boundaries is a way of sort of protecting yourself and keeping yourself safe. But actually, it's about building deeper connected relationships, because if you feel safe enough and empowered enough to articulate what your boundaries are that give you well-being, that means that you can actually feel safer to have that connection with that person, because you know that you're not going to be consumed by that connection, because you can still stand strong in your center. So a lot of relationship therapy is trying to get the balance between autonomy and connection. And sometimes it can feel a little bit like you can only have one and not the other. So for some people, it can feel like they have to give up their authenticity and autonomy to gain connection. So they tend to have a pattern of losing themselves and shape-shifting. Whenever they get into a relationship, they kind of have to sacrifice themselves to actually gain this connection. And then on the flip side, some people might be sort of scared of that, so they avoid connection at all costs because they don't want to lose that autonomy and that individual self, that I. So a lot of relationship therapy is about realizing that you can have both. You can have deep connections with people and you can have a strong sense of self. And it's really about gaining the tools like communication and boundaries and self-awareness and rebuilding or gaining a sense of self if you feel like you're a little bit weak in that area, so that then you can move forward into a connection without the fear of losing yourself or without going into habitual patterns of sacrificing yourself just to gain that connection. So I would say that relationship therapy could be beneficial to anyone, really. Whether you're in a relationship or not, whether you have had a string of relationships and now you're wanting some time alone, or you've never had a relationship and you're just trying to figure out how on earth do I, build the belief that I deserve this, or the belief that it's not going to hurt me just to open my heart up, or that you could be capable of experiencing that pain even if it does happen. So if you are interested in learning a little bit more about relationship therapy, drop me a message and book yourself in for a free, no obligation consultation call. And I will be happy to have a little chat with you. And you can even ask me as many questions as you want about your current relationship struggles. And I will do my best to share all of the wisdom and knowledge that I have with you.